welcome to the Squirrel Club Agenda. It's a real podcast that we're doing right now. I'm one of the hosts, Andy Erikson, and this is
John Conroy.
He's the other host, and our guest today is Tommy Ryman.
Hello.
Welcome, Tommy.
Good to be here. Hi, John and Andy. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for having me on this show.
Absolutely. You are our guinea pig, so any suggestions, please let us know. I know you were scared originally when we sent you the questions.
Yeah, well, no, I wasn't. It just was. It was a long thread in an Instagram thread. It was a long. I was like, I gotta read all this. This is,
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, for this podcast, we give comedians writing homework, and then we all hang out and we say funny stuff together, and it's so fun, and everyone's my friend, and it's so fun, and it's called the Squirrel Club Agenda, and it's so fun. Tommy, what are you gonna say?
What do I say?
Yeah,
we're going to just start off with unreasonable asks of people. Like, it says on our notes, explain the podcast. But you're the guest. Why don't you explain the podcast?
Oh, yeah. We just work out some jokes.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you do the homework?
Sorry, Tommy. I didn't do the homework either.
What do you mean? Like, I got the things.
Oh, no, he's doing it right now.
To
explain the podcast, we want to all be like squirrels. That's the main goal, is to be like, everyone should be like a squirrel.
It doesn't say that on here.
And it's going to be a comedy, right?
Yeah, I know.
Sort of like The Bear's a comedy, you know?
Oh, shoot. The Bear is so stressful. I can't watch it.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's going to be interesting.
I heard it's a comedy and not a comedy.
Okay, that's what this could be. It's not a comedy, and it's a comedy.
We have no idea what it's going to be. Tommy was supposed to tell us, but
well, these are the writing prompts, right?
Yeah.
You sent those.
You're going to come out of here with so much new material.
Yes, that's the goal too. And then you'll say the jokes on TV, and then we will get paid.
Yeah, Andy, is that why you do all the classes and the constant writing? And it's always new stuff. Do you ever hone any of the older stuff that you work on, or is this just like, because you're like, I just wrote 25 new jokes, like you gotta have like 1,000,
thousands of jokes.
Yeah, we gotta pick some good ones, then we'll do like a
thousands of mediocre jokes, and then I ask people like, write tags for my jokes, and I get people to finish them, which is great.
And then how often do you do them on stage?
Stage.
How many jokes have you? What percentage of the jokes you've written would you say you've done on stage?
1%.
Oh my God!
Did you buy your flight to Minneapolis for Thanksgiving? I didn't realize.
No. It's gonna be a good show. I am gonna do at least 5 jokes. A lot of it's just thoughts, guys. I don't know if the listeners know, but comedy is kind of like made up as you're on stage. Like, you just think of funny stuff.
Sure.
And it's all just whatever.
I think we've seen that work well. All of us over the years. Having a plan is way overrated.
Nope. Be a squirrel. And that's what's important, is to like solve your problems by just running real fast. And looking out for cars. All right. So we explained the podcast, and it is writing prompts. And if you guys want to go on Patreon, I'll have all the writing prompts listed out, so you guys can join along and do the same jokes that the professionals are doing. And maybe you're a professional too, so you can be like, my jokes were funnier. And
also, I got to tell a story too, right? This is coming up. So first, Andy was telling me how many Patreon supporters that we have so far, and it's not enough. We don't have enough, so more.
We have 4, and they're very nice. Hi, Uncle John.
John, good name. Hey, Uncle John.
It's the Uncle John.
I'm not an uncle to anyone, but I've been called Uncle John quite a lot of times. You know, very. I have an uncle energy to me.
That fits really good because
it is. My sense of humor is my uncle's.
Okay, also, I want to lay some ground rules where everyone needs to be really nice to me. That's like one of the... And also, why are you so far away?
I'm sorry. I was being nice to you.
That's great.
I was getting further away.
Okay, Tommy, are you Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just soaking it in.
We also, the chaos. That's the segment here. We're going to check in on our guests and just to make sure that they're doing okay. Are you okay?
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And the next segment is where I go, John, aren't you just so excited that your dreams have come true today?
This is this is, I'm in.
That was genuine.
Yeah. I just told a big bunch of people I was excited to do something that I wouldn't normally have been excited to do, a podcast.
Yes.
Because I like Andy and I like Tommy. So I'm excited to be here.
I know. He was like, God, I hate podcasts. Why does everybody have a podcast?
No, you guys know me. Every time I hit the stage, I'm like, what a great opportunity to be here with such a great looking crowd.
Yeah.
And
just positive.
Yeah.
Just super.
I'm authentically happy to be there every single time.
Authentically happy. It's good to have the word authentic before happy. Okay. So, did you want to get into prompts, or Tommy, did you want to tell us a story about your day? Because I have here to ask Tommy about his day. Oh yeah, tell us who you are and stuff too. Tell the audience who you are and like a funny like anecdote.
One of our favorite comedians.
Yes. Good intro.
I'm a stand-up comedian based in Minneapolis, Twin Cities right now. I've been doing stand-up for almost 20 years. Yes. And I toured the country. I have a couple albums out, a couple specials out. I was on the same TV show that Andy was on, but a different season. And I have a lot of animals.
Funny. You're
Tommy's modest, and he's a killer, and he's one of my funniest. You're the funniest joke writer I know. One of them.
Absolutely.
You too. We're all great.
Yeah.
No, John is one of my favorites, and Andy.
Sweet. Bring me on the road. I'm a good road partner.
All right.
Okay.
Take Andy on the road. She can headline for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Burn.
I know.
Not from me. I'm not talking to Tom. Saying anybody. Any of the features out there. Well, this is the segment where I insult our guests. So you'd be a great feature for Andy.
Bring her on the road and then have her close the show and tell the people.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it works. I do that with shows like around town. They'll book me and I'll go, hey, I don't have a car. Can you book my friends on it with me so that they can give me a ride? And I get my friends on shows all the time.
Cool.
So it works out pretty good. Yeah.
I have heard that, I'm not going to name names, but there have been a couple headline feature that at the week of the clubs that they've done, they've been asked to switch, that's got to be a little tough as a headliner.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're right. I'll take this one.
Yeah, I've heard more often guys just getting fired in the future, getting bumped up because I don't know a lot of people who wouldn't be like, just forget it. But yeah.
Oh, I'm always hoping the headliner gets sick or something.
Yeah. Well, I had that one time where a headliner missed his flight and then they headlined me, but then they didn't give me any more money. They just gave it to Rob, which is fine because I didn't want Rob. It would have come out of his pay, but I was kind of like,
yeah.
I mean, I was here.
Yeah.
I had one in Miami once where the headliner was like not going to make it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll probably have to go headline. And then when I got there, I had been demoted.
What?
We were three of us were going to co-headline, but I was going to be the MC. And that's what they told me. They're like, oh, it's going to be three headliners. You are going to host them after I had been in the feature spot. So it's like, and boy, that was that was just not the room you wanted to open with 30. It was having sound issues.
Oh, that's tough. So,
yeah. Yeah, I definitely walked into that club this weekend like, okay, here's the headliner for the weekend. And they were like, no, try MC.
Oh, man. MC doing extra long to start from starting from scratch.
And eating it for the people in Miami.
Most MC would just have to eat it for 15 minutes. You're going to do it for 35.
You know the people of Southern Florida famous for liking fat people. Just get him in here. He looks superficially exactly what we're looking for.
Wait,
and then
they do or they don't?
No, I think I could that is the most superficial town I've ever been in. Is at least how I felt about it.
What town is it?
Miami.
Okay, yeah. So what, could I do it?
Sure. Why wouldn't you be able to do Miami?
Well, because you said they don't like.
I said they don't like fat people.
I know. So
Oh, you're instant success.
It's me being like, am I fat?
That's right. They're...
Can I do Miami? That's how I ask people. I'm 6'1" and 130.
Another new segment we're working on, Tommy, is Andy fat? Every week.
I know. People, I'm not. But
I'm going to come in here with renewed vigor every week. One of these weeks, I'm going to get you to think you're fat.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to wear big pants.
I'm getting you on the team. I want you on my team.
Okay. Yeah. How do I do that? How do I get? Oh, if you have a baby, you get fat.
Marching for the fats.
Yeah, I would be a fun fat person. Am I going to get canceled?
No.
Can I talk about that?
I think you could get, yeah.
I can't get canceled because I'm adorable.
Not to another fat person as long as I'm,
As long as you're here.
Yeah. I don't want to get in any cross. We don't have to do any metaphors of why it's okay.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. Now it's time to do your guys' homework. I know you all did it. So we have 4 prompts for the first section. And yeah, we'll see what you guys, funny stuff you guys have come up with. And we'll start with John. Take us away.
All right. So, Tommy, we were talking about running bits you have with a significant other that haven't been on stage, but is there anything that you try that you just between a couple's, like I have a bit now where I pretend to Sasha that I'm an undecided voter.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. I just sort of casually bring up, like the debates coming on, and I'm starting to come around on that Donald Trump guy. He's got some good ideas. And then then I just sort of build off her anger on that.
I like it.
Do you think it's funny to make your significant other angry? I guess that is the root of that bit for me.
Yeah, I just do we'll forget things that I'm supposed to remember. That's a really ongoing thing.
That's good. What do they call that? Weaponized incompetence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Weaponized. I know all about that. I've weaponized it before. You've never seen stupid like this.
But yeah, and then if we go to the pool, we'll do handstands, which is pretty cool. It's not really a bit, but it is fun to do at a pool. Because those are
like in the pool.
What?
Handstands in the pool, right?
Yeah, you got to figure it out at the certain, you can't go too far into the deep end. Like, you have to be able to it's very confusing, and I end up getting water shot up my nose.
Anytime I go on a tropical vacation, I'm like, this is great for the first 5 days, and then I can't hear anything for the next 5.
Right? Yeah, because you got to balance the water. But I did learn that doing a handstand in a pool is easy than doing it on land, just land handstand.
Yeah.
Those are incredibly hard, but when you have the water just kind of floating. But then you do have to touch children and stuff.
Oh, yeah. They'll try to drown you. Those children will try to drown you.
Do you think that's because you're only having to really stand half of your body and the water's doing the rest?
I think that is.
Yeah.
I think that's why astronauts train in there too. I could probably do a really good handstand in space now that I've done that a couple times.
I bet you, dude, you could do some crazy gymnastics in space, Tommy. You'd be the pommel horse guy.
Yeah, I just need $1 billion because they're only sending billionaires to space now. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Isn't that his thing though? He's going to make space travel affordable.
Trump is?
Which is
Elon?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump's working on other stuff. He did create Space Force, but we haven't heard a lot about that. And then Elon is the one, and Jeff Bezos said.
That's such a great, what a rich guy thinks being a humanitarian is to me. Like, I'm going to lower the price of space travel. Get it, get it to where people are like, I'm going to go to Mars for the weekend.
Yeah. They're like, that's great. Can you give me food? Oh, and things I do to annoy Alex was, man, if you ask him to, turn the volume down, he gets so mad. You're like, hey, can you turn the volume down? He's like, I was going to. And actually,
like when you're going to sleep?
No, just when we're out here, like it's like
just when you're out here trying to. Oh, okay, I got you.
And I'll be like, "Can you turn?" Actually, I did his part. I'm the one who actually gets mad when he always asks. He asks me to turn the volume down, and I get so frustrated. I'm like, okay, like I'm sorry, it's too loud. Yeah. Like it's frustrating. Like, why are you asking me to do things? Like, okay, cool. Okay, you have the next question now too.
Oh, are there any conspiracy theories that you believe, Tommy?
Oh yeah, baby. I was excited for this prompt because I was raised in a family of one parent pretty chill, just kind of normal, and one just extremely conspiracy theory, like on board, like and so
an open-minded person.
Yeah,
right?
That's what you call open-minded. One, trying to figure out the truth, and which my mom, like, she literally
willing to research.
She it's fun to engage with her about that stuff. She does believe that the weather can be manipulated, but she doesn't believe it's by the people that can be. Sometimes they say that. She just thinks like she likes to think there's like deep government stuff, so it's never racist, which is nice. Yeah, that's
good.
Why I'm proud of her for her conspiracy theories. I know this was about what I believe in, but for the bit, it's fun to because she literally believes in.
It's just like a globalist entity, like bankers or something,
or like lizard people. I don't know, like whatever. Sure. But she believes there's a moon base, which I think that's cool. That we have a base on the moon on the far side. I don't know what we do there. I don't even know why we're trying to get back because it seems pretty boring up there.
Moon?
Do there there's no point. I was like, why don't we just have it in a mountain? She's like, but it's on the moon. But I was like, why is it on the moon? There's nothing. So
haven't you ever been in a moon bouncy castle? They're amazing.
Yeah. And then I go, how do you know?
I don't know if I believe in a moon base, but I do believe they're weaponizing space and not telling us about it at all.
Yeah, I believe that. And also, I believe we're living in a video game.
That's what you think? You think this is a simulation?
It's all a simulation.
I really do. Want to know why? Want to know the proof? Kittens and puppies. If you made a video game, you'd be like, oh, I wish there were little kitties and puppies we could live with and they could live in our houses. We have kitties and puppies. Like, what are the odds of that? Seriously.
But also, pets predated computers.
Yeah, but because we're in the computer, so you don't have to predate.
But wait, when we leave the computer, we also have dogs and cats?
I don't know what we have outside. We're inside a video game. We're like The Sims. And I also think that humans... Yeah, I also think dinosaurs are cooler than humans because the video game was all dinosaurs for 1 billion years, and we've only been here a little bit. So I think they're going to go back to dinosaurs.
Well, those weren't real. They just programmed that into the video games. The only thing that are in the video game is just the bones.
But what about all of life that went on before there were computer chips?
It's just a video game. They have computer chips. They have them. What are you talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've lost the thread.
Computer game. Just because so if you play a computer game about horses, that doesn't mean where's the computers in the horse game? We're in the horse game. Tommy gets it.
Tommy, do you get it?
Yeah, Legos. That's someone who.
Let Tommy answer. Tommy.
He gets it because Legos wouldn't be made up. That has to be someone else made up.
Yeah. How do I get out of it though?
Get out of this simulation?
I don't want to be in the video game anymore.
Want to know what I do? Instead of praying to God, I go, computer programmers, can you please make it so that a squirrel will run up to me into the house? Please make it so a squirrel runs up to me.
You're praying to the coders?
Computer the coders. Yes, that's God. God is a coder.
Okay.
He's a big old nerd.
I've heard worse conceptions of God, for sure.
God's a computer programmer. But the computer, it's like atoms and stuff is part of it.
Who's Adam? So. I thought he was the first. Is that one of the coders?
The first coder.
Yeah, Atoms. Adams and Eve's. Adamson.
No.
Eve Adams. It's actually a lady. Just kidding.
I mean, Andy, that sounds fun, but it's not true. I mean, the Earth was started a couple thousand years ago by God, and there's Adam and Eve, and it's all that's. There are real game writers, and there is a good game called the Bible. You guys, that's the coolest game that you guys could, if you want to really play. You just read it, but it's like a video game for your mind.
Nope. Whoever made this video game made the Bible just to, because they thought it'd be funny. They're like, this will mess stuff up. Put the Bible in there, right? Okay, next question. Now that we know that one's real.
Such a controversial podcast.
Oh, we're getting into it.
I'm gonna clip all this so I look smart.
Oh, it's gonna be clipped.
Yeah, this is all gonna be clipped. Okay, so what are some things you do in order to stay cool or hip? How do you stay hip, Tommy?
I have accepted that I'm not. I don't think I ever was, but I've always just kind of done my own thing. So I've not. I don't know. Just hanging out, playing clarinet, just cool hip stuff. I watch video games.
You watch video games?
Yeah. That's what people do now. The kids don't play them; they just watch them on it. And I mean, I do a lot of the things that the most coolest, hippest 8 to 12-year-olds are doing. Is a lot of Lego building, reading comic books, watching cartoons. But I do it as a 41-year-old man.
Stay in touch with the things that made you happy as a youth. Yeah,
that is cool.
And then I just do very hardcore drugs because that's always.
Dude, yeah, microdosing mushrooms. That's a good way to stay cool.
Dude, I mean, look, I got one right. This little mushroom here.
Is that a Lego?
Like carrot.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
I don't know. And then usually like sunglasses. I feel like that's kind of instant hip cool. Like when you just want to feel it. Maybe I'll put a denim shirt on or a jean jacket. I'll not wear an undershirt. All those things make me feel hip and cool. But I always know that that's no one has ever been like, that dude is hip and cool. Like that's something that's been said in my vicinity. Maybe my dad, who's also like me, is like, "Oh, that's pretty cool, Tom." Like that's where it's come from. But
it's all about perspective. So if your dad thinks you're cool, you're good.
Yeah. I mean, like when my friends bring their kids to my house, they think I'm cool because they have a Lego city. Like they're like, "Oh my god!" But they're also 8 and they're not cool. So.
Yeah, but there's no one to be cool. That's the group to be cool in their eyes.
Yeah, that is the fun one. I would rather be cooler to like.
No one likes an adult that likes cool people.
Yeah.
That's weird. This guy's so cool.
Yeah.
What about you, John?
I sort of similarly, I never thought of myself as cool. Like, I was sort of popularity adjacent, I guess, in high school and stuff. But I've always thought of cool as like just being expressive, like as punk as, punk is not caring about, like, when I think of cool, like if you were like, give me a person who's cool that we all know, Brooks.
Yeah.
Like that guy didn't give a fuck about what anybody thought about him. And that made me think, oh, this guy's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of naturally comes out to me in me in a lot of when you do what we do, you're gonna, people are gonna know how you stand and feel about some things. So it kind of comes out naturally. But there's nothing. God, I detest like fashion. And I know I'm always dressed like a fucking slob, but it really is like I just don't. That's not a way when people try to be cool in the way they dress, I'm like, you're a fucking loser. But that's I hate that I think that, because even when I do see like well-dressed people, I'm like, oh, what a fucking fake piece of shit. But it's not necessarily true out here. In fact, it's a lot of times people are like dressed in like professional wardrobe and shit. I'm like, I know these people are just doing what they should be doing.
Yeah, because they have jobs and stuff.
Yeah. No, I know. Oh, sorry. You guys got to check out my shirt.
That's what John wants to do, and
in style for the podcast.
Yeah. Show them your socks.
Yeah. Get in there. It's very Midwest. When I walked in today, I was like, oh yeah, Minnesota people, I gotta take my shoes off.
Yeah, dude. I don't want...
You don't want snow on my... the slush from my
don't get
shoes.
Slush on my beautiful floor filled with cat hair. Don't mix it in. I try to be cool by pigtails, hip, stay cool. Or I guess kind of see people think maybe you're young or they think you're old and crazy, which I'll take that. I remember thinking that. I was like, as long as I wear pigtails out, no one will know that I'm old.
We're all 26, right? I forget our ages, but...
Around there. And then also I've learned to be cool is you don't repeat the weird word. You just say it once. So you're like, that's cap. You don't go... Right, cap? Is that cap? You just go, that's cap, and then you keep going.
Yeah, true. I think when I was younger, I thought it was cool to, like, quote funny things, too. And now I'm like, you couldn't catch me dead quoting a funny movie anymore. Even though I still like old school and those old movies, I wouldn't be like, crab cakes and football. That's not what I find.
Nina, come get your dinner. Classic.
Yay, I'm a llama again. Pull the lever, Kronk!
I don't know, this feels cool. Just doing this right now. I felt cool.
Yeah, I've always thought of you as weird cool.
Yeah. I like that. Weird cool.
Like, I think you are cool now. You're a successful comic. Everybody likes you. Your weirdness on stage is cool. But I also don't look at you and go like, oh, she had an easy high school. Like, it was really easy on her in grade school because of how cool she was. I'm like, probably pretty tough because of how weird she was. And now that's become cool.
They called Andy Erikson the James Dean of junior high.
Yeah.
That's what he was.
She probably didn't have a good... It was fine. I had a protective brace to protect me from any of the bullies. Try to punch me.
That's great. An invisible shield.
No, it was visible. It would stick out.
It was visible.
Yeah, had a yin sticker on it. But yeah, I'm pretty cool. Thank you, John. I don't think Tommy had a good time in high school either.
I did. I'm sorry. I had fun. I was never in like a specific group, but I hung out with all the people. Like I was a theater kid, band kid, like popular kid, sports stuff, and the punk rock. I don't know. I was just around. I got voted to be a
What did you play,
movie
Tommy?
star. What?
What did you play?
I played clarinet. And
I meant sports.
Sports, I just played. I only played sports when I was younger, and that was baseball and soccer. And then when I got into junior high school, I was doing more plays, but I was still friends with some of the sports people. Like they were nice to me. Like they would, they only, but then they wouldn't talk to me like when they were all together. But like secretly, then they would. They'd be like, "All right, you can't tell anybody that we talked." And I'd be like, "Okay, Bryce, quarterback of my school."
Bryce.
Not quite lunchroom friends.
Yeah, and then they would be like, "All right, man, when this guy Dave walks by, I have to punch you." But like, I don't want you. Like it was like that. Like they really thought I was cool, and then just really.
I like that.
I was friends with a bunch of people. That part about the assault is not true.
Assault. It's not assault when it's kids. It's just having fun.
Yeah.
I was lunchtime friends with the school therapist. So
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next question is, do you have any controversial opinions about haircuts? Because I know people say that like you shouldn't cut your own bangs. That's controversial. And I did last time, and I think they're growing back just fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going out my shield.
But have you ever given yourself a haircut, Tommy?
I don't think I have. I've had people come. I went to like a party once, and some girl come here in the backyard.
Anyways, what were you gonna
say? I was gonna say I shaved my head once.
Nice.
Oh wow.
When I was like, it was between. I was at a comedy club and I was staying in the hotel, and it was hot, and the air conditioning wasn't working. And I remember being like, I need a fucking haircut. I'm sweating. And I was like, how hard could it be to just shave my head right now?
Oh no.
And so I shaved my head, and I was like, I'm sure it looks fine. And I showed up the next day, and someone was like, are you a fucking psycho? Like, it looked like, it was all like patchy and like, but also it was a real, like, it was a Comedy Zone, and the hotel was a piece of I remember it was like, I don't care if I ever come back here. And I just left the shaved hair in the bathroom. And I was like, this is the closest I've ever gotten to destroying a hotel room. And I was like,
your hair.
But I remember thinking, like, John, when I left the hotel room, I was like, when this place doesn't want to have you back, don't act like you don't know why. Yeah.
Hair makes you so different. Like, when I have not pigtails, people are like, whoa, she's a professional.
Yeah, whenever you didn't have pigtails, I was like, she's got to be running multiple businesses.
Yeah, it's wild how different. And then these are just like, she's fun. I want her to be my friend.
Yeah, and then with the pigtails, I'm just like, does she just go to a birthday party every day? Like,
they do just sort of live in your friendship energy.
My friendship energy, it's part of it. Yeah, I have friendship. Do you want to be my best friend?
I think we're getting there. People are going to think so because we're doing this podcast together.
Like, I'm witnessing it too.
Okay, now it's time for ding, 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 lightning round. I have questions that you haven't seen yet, Tommy. Okay, here you go. Come up with a conspiracy theory about something we've discussed during the podcast. So make up a conspiracy theory.
Oh, John's actually not there. For sure, that's this is just Andy by herself, and John is not.
Nope.
Physically with you.
He's here.
It's either some
Imaginary Friends podcast.
Yeah.
How is that not hurting?
He's not there. He doesn't exist. I don't know how you like photoshopped him in, but I know John's actually like in a pool somewhere probably right now.
I've put this body through a lot of pain. You think you're gonna have a reaction out of that pinch? I've been in front of audiences that made no sound.
Was that a good conspiracy? That was a pretty on the fly, quick.
That's perfect. That was great.
That was lightning.
Nobody's gonna beat that.
No.
One of the hosts isn't here.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay.
Even as she was asking you that question, I was thinking, this is too hard.
The other one would have been there actually as a third host that you guys will never talk about, but they are there. They kind of run most of the show.
Oh my god!
Like I wrote after this one in my notes, ideally off the cuff.
Ideally, let's do this.
But mostly, I'm just going to go into old material, which
yeah, you have conspiracy theory.
I'm still working on the Colin Kaepernick is the one who took out the bridge in Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I just know it's not true, but I love finding any kind of circumstantial evidence that supports it. And I did the joke at Laugh Factory the other day, and the guy said if it was Kaepernick, he would have missed the bridge, which, good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Any kind of, I'm for it.
My conspiracy theory is that exercise is just made up. You don't actually have to exercise. It's just a big business to sell people bouncy trampolines and stuff like that. Yeah, you don't really need to exercise. Because they're always like, you have to exercise your blood pressure, this and that. But then it's like, people
I like to think that you exclusively think that it was just created to sell just the trampolines.
Just the bouncy trampoline.
Never heard of gym membership.
Yeah, and the gym. Yeah.
They're like, boy, they're really selling a lot of those trampolines that don't really jump.
Yeah, right, they don't do much.
It's exercise is a trampoline that doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay, what are some fun? What are some fun or go-to things you shout during road rage?
During road rage? Oh,
yeah.
Man, usually it's a lot of like, why? Like I'm always, how? Like I'm always baffled by the bad driver. To me, I'm just like, this is insane. Mm-hmm. Like, have you never been in a roundabout before? It would be funny too to just be like, I'm gonna get you. Like, it's just like, all right, game on. I see what you started. Here we go. One more, more like goofy, not just swearing and.
Right. So that's what I do when I'm in road rage. My favorite thing to yell is, Alex, settle down. Like, it's fine. They're going to hurt us. They will murder us. Leave them alone. So I'll be like, stop honking. So it's mostly I get rage just towards Alex. It's not worth it. They can't hear you. Sorry.
So you rage at Alex when he has road rage.
And I should bring my own little honker.
Is he an angry driver?
Yes. Whenever something doesn't go his way, he's like, that person did this, this, and this. And I don't drive, so I don't really quite understand it. But when I'm on the bus, you don't freaking hear the bus driver shouting. I don't shout. Other people shout. But it's good to just be calm, so no one...
The most that I've raged at are bicyclists that there's like a bike that don't use the bike lane, like that will be on like the street, even though I'm like, you have options, and because even if they like are wearing their Speedo outfits and they're like I'm looking it, I'm like, it's still, you're not fast enough. You have to go like real fast.
Nope, not a fan of bikers, and I do pedestrian rage. I will shout at cars and stuff, and bikers. I mean, I'm walking here. Like, they don't care. So I'll say that a lot.
If I see like the biker in the biker outfit and they make me mad, I'm like, I hope you get caught up in a doping scandal in your next race. Like, just like something that's gonna take them down.
Like their whole world and their empire.
Take all your trophies away and you get disqualified. whatever bike race you're about to do.
I hope you're not friends with Oprah anymore after this.
Yeah.
I think of my dad, my dad used to have, he would like start a swear and then turn it into a good phrase.
That's great.
So the one thing you go, God bless America. Or like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Like, very like, you start the swear and then kind of curve it into something you could say. And I think I don't do exactly that, but when I'm in the car and like it's a very zen, but it comes out in a passive aggressive tone. So I'm just like, yeah, go ahead. You got somewhere to be. And then I secretly keep track of anyone who's cut me off who's in the same place as me. Like, I always, like, I'm like, see how far you got? See how you acted like an asshole, and here you are at the same light with me.
There you go.
Like, I think, you guys remember Mitch Hansen? I always think of he had a joke about
a Hummer.
When he saw a Hummer, I mean, whenever he sees a Hummer, he follows them to wherever they're going and then gets out and goes like, see, I'm here too, in my Camry.
Yeah. I didn't need a military vehicle to get from the Target to our suburban house.
To the library.
I think about that joke every time I see a Cybertruck.
Okay, lightning round done. Good job, Tommy. 5
Thank
points.
you.
Crushed it.
You're welcome. Okay, now we'll do the super secret section. So these are super secret questions that will only be for Patreon members. So it's just for my Uncle John, pretty much.
Okay.
But maybe we'll get more. So if people want to hear these super secret answers to, has Tommy done something illegal? That's one of the questions. And aside from pets and babies, what will Democrats start eating next? And what are Republicans eating? And find out that if Tommy's significant other murdered someone, would he turn them in? So those we're going to find out from Tommy right here. All right, everyone. Sweet. Anything you want to promote quick? Not anything timely. This won't come up.
Website, TommyRyman.com. It's got all my shows and updates on specials and stuff.
Sweet. Check it out, everyone. Come, and if this should be out before Thanksgiving, come to Acme. Me and Tommy will be at Acme Comedy Club. Tickets might be sold out, though, but try. But it's probably going to sell out.
Excellent.
Bye!
Bye.
See you. Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah, you're welcome. Are we staying on, or now we say bye? Look, that was...
We'll cut.
You good to go?